Have you tried the new BFD raid in the Season of Discovery? I was so stoked that there was no like waiting period before the raid. Sometimes when they do like expansions, you gotta farm like dungeons, you gotta do your mythic zeros for a week or so and before the raid opens for everybody. Well, Season of Discovery, they're like, you know what? You hit level 25, get in there, have a good time. After I hit 25, I saw a lot of people spamming, looking for group, looking for more BFD. Now, a lot of groups, maybe this should have been a sign for me, were spamming, hey, we're on the 6th boss here, there's 2 bosses left, looking for more. I ended up finding a fresh group, and I did what any high quality pug would do before a new raid. I made sure not to farm any of my best in slot. I made sure not to look up any of the strategies for the fight. I made sure not to get any consumables before the raid. And they showed up really, really, really high. Like any high quality WoW pug. Well, the raid is pretty cool, right? It's a 10-man BFD raid. We've all done the 5-man dungeon before, but now you can join with 5 more friends. Honestly, I didn't look up any strategy because I'm like, bro, it's the Season of Discovery. In the spirit of discovering, I'm gonna go in with no knowledge. And it wasn't that hard, right? I think we walked through the first 4 bosses like no wipes. It didn't even look close on any of them. I might have to check the VOD. I can't remember if we wiped on the Lorgus Jet boss. I don't know if we did. We might have had 1 wipe on it. But like, I got so lucky. I got a BOE blue. I got some nice drops. I was tanking on my shaman. And like, you don't really need to try too hard. Like the tank spec helps, but you don't really need to take it too seriously. You don't have to have a lot of tryhards there pumping DPS. You basically just got to hit the 3 buttons that you got. Although some people got more than 3 buttons now with the Season of Discovery runes. Shaman, I think, has the most buttons all the time. So I already had 1,000, but I actually have some new buttons. It's pretty cool. Oh, Frost Resist Totem and Poison Cleanse Totem and Water Breathing. Shaman's got too many abilities. Well, we were basically walking through every boss until we got to Kelris.
And, you know, we kind of tuned the raid for fun at BlizzCon, right? Like, it wasn't particularly punishing. We wanted people to really go in there and have fun, but we've maybe cranked it up a little bit for the live release, and we think it's going to be a really fun challenge.
Wild not knowing the strat, and I was so high. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play this late into the night. We're gonna bang this raid out. I'm almost done. We were one-shotting every boss. I sometimes end my Twitch stream around like 2 a.m. Eastern. It was getting around there, and I'm like, all right, maybe just 1 or 2 more pulls. I stayed up for like another 2 hours just wiping on this boss because we kept getting so close. I think it's a little bit of a DPS race. He's got it in rage at 35%, and I think we had multiple wipes under 5%, under 3%. A couple of them I'm salty on because you go into this under phase where you got to kill these yellow mobs and a portal spawns that you click to come back to the regular phase, and like sometimes they just weren't spawning. I don't know if it was bugged, but they're like, yo, you got to kill like 5 or 6 of them sometimes before it spawns. You kill like 7 or 8 and you're like, where's this portal at? Where's this portal at? And then you just die. I don't know if it was bad luck, bad strategy. I wasn't on voice or anything. We didn't use Discord. Oh, it's a vanilla pug. It's a level 25 raid. You don't gotta take it serious. Anyway, we didn't kill the boss, so maybe I should have took it a little bit more serious. But I don't know. When you got one person in there that's just not doing any DPS and you're like, bro, that was another 3% wipe. If you were doing any damage, we would have killed it. Luckily, the raid is like ZG and it has a 3-day reset. I gotta get into the raid soon. Hopefully I get lucky again on some drops because I got so much loot the first time. I gotta just go get every piece I didn't get. Have you tried the new BFD raid yet? Leave me a comment. How long did it take you to kill Kelris? I haven't even tried the last boss yet, but were you able to get Kelris down in a few attempts? I've heard some other more organized groups had a pretty easy time with it, but I just joined a late night pug and you know what? It didn't work out. Appreciate you watching. Come get high with me on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern. I usually don't play games until around 11. So if you're not trying to session, you're trying to game, tune in a little bit later. Have a lit day, my dudes.